Hello, everybody. Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard NA Weekly Race. Commentating for us, we have Lost the Pirate and Wolfman 2000, and tracking is Carliana and Worn Traveler. Say hello, everybody.
Oh.
Greetings, everyone. Oh my goodness. Summer is in full swing. Cuphead and Cariosa are here to kick butt. And we've got ourselves what should be an interesting matchup here. Well, it's not just these two. There's a whole bunch of others, but we could only get these two on screen today. But don't worry, plenty of others can join in on the NA Weeklies or the EU Weeklies for tomorrow, if you so wish. But we got these two tonight.
And I know it comes up every now and again, a question. No, it is not limited to people who are in North America or people who are in Europe. It's just the time that the race occurs at is catering to that group. You can join either or both, wherever it is you live. If you're in Australia, good luck. I'm sorry.
In any event, as our runners are getting set up, there was an earlier question regarding some of the new settings, and this is a good time to talk about them. So right now, our runners are running on a new development build, which includes some of the new features that are being tested for more weeklies. One of those deals with not only changing the size of the treasure chest to match the contents, which was a standard feature on the previous season's weeklies, but also changing the texture of the chest.
Mm-hmm.
In other words...
Yeah, the new textures are... They are... I need to get used to them.
Don't worry, so do I. There are 4 different textures that can be shown, if I recall correctly, but we're only going to see 3 of them. Regular, traditional chests, chests with a Triforce symbol, and chests with a key-like symbol. The 4th one deals with gold Skulltula tokens, but those are not shuffled, so you're not going to see that.
Yes, we will not see the spiderweb chest. Not with these settings.
Oh, and folks are already hoping for good RNG, but this is Randomizer. Is it ever kind?
It's rando. Good seeds are a myth we tell ourselves at night so that we can sleep.
Pretty much. In any event, what I'm looking at right now on both of our runner sides, we have Magic Beans, Deku Nuts, Magic, Heart Container, and the Megaton Hammer. Those of you...
We aren't starting with beans. Oh, you're looking at the hash, sorry.
Yep.
It's like, wait a second, I don't think we start with beans.
All good. No. But basically, I am looking at that hash. For those that are unfamiliar, that's just a quick way to identify that we are starting on the same seed. What does that hash tell you about what we're going to see tonight?
I don't know. I have not played much Randomizer lately. I've been trying to get back into it, so I can't use much recency bias for what sorts of things I've seen recently to color my opinion of what I expect.
I'm gonna say Frogs 1 has magic today. And
we got an adult start in Kokiri.
Okay, what type of flavor is this? Because this is a time variant here. In any event, nice early bomb shoes.
Yeah. Oh, and a bomb bag. So the shoes are not gonna be useful for very long. Well, we're starting out with plenty of explosives.
And, no, chat. Bomb shoes are not in logic in these settings. Nice try. But still, why does Mido have all these explosives?
Good question.
In any event, Cuphat, you went a little fast there with, all of that, and also, because we started with the Force Medallion, we immediately got to learn a song, in this case, Epona's.
Yeah, Cuphat rushed towards Market, preluded to Temple of Time to get that, is now utilizing Requiem, which is the other starting song. Whereas Cariosa has been heading to Kakariko now, is just getting into the village.
And now
what song do we have out at the Colossus? Song of Time. Useful to have, not one of the most relevant under these settings.
Oh, but that chest in the Redead Grotto may be relevant.
It is! That is a hook shot! That is nice to have nice and early.
Also, someplace was Way of the Hero. I thought it said Shadow, and chat confirms.
Okay.
But, go ahead.
Looks like... Oh, it looks like Ricky's taking care of the hints for the moment. I thought I was taking care of the hints. I went to enter it and it's like, oh no, it's already there. Bottom of the well is foolish. Nice.
GTG center not needed.
40's dead, 50's dead.
And it's good to get extra confirmation if you ever forget. So at least, oh, Goron City is now Way of the Hero. Now, as Cariosa continues to explore Dodongo's Cavern, Cuphat suddenly entered the stormy night of A Link to the Past, joys of a music shuffle. It does not affect the scene in any way, it's just sometimes a fun little diversion.
And Cuphat now making their way into Kakariko Village. Gonna pick up that hookshot here shortly. Won't be at a deficit for very long at all. Don't think it'll be relevant at this point. The difference in time to hookshot. Cuphat being a little forgetful about where to stand today, though.
I struggle with this too. I want to say, yeah, roughly there.
Was one light splotch too close to the tree.
Oh, this is such inappropriate music for the Redead Grotto. Why Treasure Trove Cove? In any event, we're now seeing Cariosa pick up the first of many Skulltula tokens. We only need to potentially collect up to 30, but we may not need any at all.
Somewhere in the world, actually two somewheres in the world, there are hint stones telling us what's on 30, but 10 and 20 can be unhinted. I don't think 10 can ever be hinted. 20 is one of our sometimes hints in the pool.
As far as I'm aware, that information is still true on the current settings. And oh no, Cariosa had fallen!
Yeah, was back walking on the bridge and just did not have a straight angle, so walked off sideways. Unfortunate.
Right. Guru, what do you have? Bolero.
Well, that can chain us to another song. Bit surprised that Cariosa didn't clear out Kakariko when they went.
Maybe they felt the hookshot was enough?
Could be.
But for now, let's see what Shield Grave has today.
Something in a small chest. Cup Pat picking it up, though. When you've still only got 3 hearts, you might want to be hoping for something a little... Hoping to stumble across those heart containers. Oh, large chest. Slingshot found by Cariosa at the end of the bridge in Dodongo's Cavern.
I mean, it could be useful, but it's not a guarantee.
It does put a few checks into logic, though.
Including, funny enough, Dodongo's Cavern, which does... Technically, does that mean we should find a second slingshot outside of DC, then?
The jump without hover boots is in logic as adults, so it is in logic to get there. It was not a sequence break.
I always forget which tricks are considered in logic. There is so many of them. Ooh, that was a interesting jump there, Cuphead. And oh, nice heart container. Oh, Dante has something.
Hey, Goron sword. Nice convenience item. Not required by any stretch, but nice to have. Cuphead, remember he's got the Song of Time.
I mean, it's certainly a good way to route. And as for King Dodongo, nice knowing you.
No more. Into the lava with you.
I think this is our first time going to see Kakariko back grotto.
I believe you're right. Okay, duplicate saying 40 is dead.
And what is our reward for beating King Dodongo?
Kokiri Emerald. Not what he was hoping to find, since we're playing for medallions today.
Well, for all we know, we may see an Ocarina of Time hint. That may say otherwise.
Yes. Based on our current knowledge, we don't need to collect the stones. But we might need to anyway.
Oh, that was a wonderful discount for buying that Hylian shield. So, the reason that discount exists is because our runners get to start by, well, skipping a part of the child sequence, which typically also involves talking to the guard in Kakariko as a child to get a discount. And it just so happens that that discount is automatically applied. Oh, great. And chat is already asking for Stone Shadow. There is no pleasing chat today, is there?
That is... A seed can never be trolly enough for chat. And now we've got Cuphead making his way into DC now.
And yes, I know how things typically go, but I like having some occasional subversion of expectations.
I'm not gonna say what I would normally say about Stone Shadow, because I know you prefer to keep the stream a PG place.
Go for it. I've been having some
Shadow
ginger ale.
sticks its dick into anything.
Okay, I was not expecting that direction.
That is what they say about Stone Shadow. Stuffs its way into every seed.
But yeah, Lost, feel free to cut loose, because goodness knows I need to learn how to cut loose.
I try and keep things reasonably professional.
It's a Saturday night in the middle of summer. I don't think we need to worry about professionalism, especially if even the traditional networks just put reruns on. Okay, as someone that doesn't even really watch a lot of TV, what is there to even watch that's new on the summer?
I've been watching Disney Plus shows. I don't know what's on broadcast TV. I don't even have it. We've got our runners covering each other's tracks right now. We've got Cuphead in DC and Cariosa clearing out Kakariko in the graveyard. And now using Bolero, so we're gonna see what is on the Bolero check.
Alright, rolling over to the
New
spot.
knowledge. Zelda's
Ooh.
Lullaby. Nice to get.
We take those.
You always want that nice and early in a seed so that you don't have to double back for things.
And now we're in Goron City, which makes sense. This is one of our Ways of the Hero, which means we are going to find an item that is, quote-unquote, logically required to finish the seed. Of course, given the caliber of these two runners, what's logically required and what's actually required can mean two completely different things. Also, I did not get a good look on what was actually on the volcano location. But for now, little Goron has a nut.
See in chat, somebody thought they saw a bottled Poe, but we can't confirm that since we didn't see it. I wasn't looking either.
Alright, Boulder Maze, we have access to 2 checks logically. The third one, I don't think we can even get right now.
No, I do not believe. I don't believe we can.
And apparently Chad is disagreeing as to what that item on the volcano was. But I do see something in that maze.
We've got a large chest.
And
Zora's, I think that was Fountain Foolish. Din's Fire in Goron City, okay. Well, we've got, our Way of the Hero Shadow Temple, so Din's is required logically to get in there.
And curious upon seeing that there was not really anything in the third chest, it looks like, chooses to warp away. And by warp away, I mean,
Taking a death warp.
Yeah. Oh, I figured it was intentional. I was just trying to put a nice spin on things. Oh, but yeah. This, path that Karios is taking right now... Oh. Okay, I'll be honest, that did look like strength on the volcano. If you ever do entrance rando, and you don't have bombs or an explosive for that grotto right there... yeah, have fun getting from bottom crater to top, because it can be, harrowing with under 3 hearts.
Yeah.
Also, I missed that hint, and folks are saying, toilet's dead.
Well, we had Song of Time, so it would have just been Iron Boots holding us back on there. Wondering when one of our lads here today is gonna check the altar to let us know what's where. We're 15 minutes in and nobody's checked that.
Oh,
Deku Tree Way of the Hero. Okay, okay.
Also, a wallet on the Death Mountain Trail Great Fairy. That may or may not come into play. But right now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can do in Goron City as an adult, and I'm suspecting no. I mean, unless we want to read the hint stone by Medigoron.
Well, looks like Karios is taking the shortcut to Lost Woods. I'm guessing headed to checking the grottos and headed towards Adult SFM, Sacred Forest Meadow. Oh, that was horseback archery, but I didn't quite see what it was on it.
1500 and pointless.
Ah. Something I like to see in a seed.
Yeah, I like that combination myself because I struggle with 1500 at times.
I definitely have some NA aim.
Alright, next up. Possible shopping.
Oh, there is magic in that Lost Woods grotto. Cariosa getting one of our necessary Ganon fighting tools.
Well, there goes my prediction. Now, how about that Wolfos grotto?
Oh, large chest in the Wolfos grotto. Strength! Nice.
Now we just have to head back to Death Mountain Crater and see if that icon changes, because I'm starting to think that was strength. Oh.
Cariosa nice and clean.
I still don't know how to do that.
I don't either. Oh, and that was, I believe that was Market Way of the Hero?
Market, that's what I saw as well. And I believe that was a duplicate GTG center check. Dead.
We did see that on the Temple of Time hints, I believe.
And Serenade at the entrance of Forest. Well, we may not have a bow, but Cariosa is deciding, let's go for it anyway.
You can get several checks in early forest without a bow, so...
Yeah, but at the same time...
Not a bad play, but I would want to know whether or not forest was a stone or medallion before committing to scouting out forest. But that's just me, and I am not a good racer, so... Take what I would do with a grain of salt. Hey, Cuphat playing Bolero, gonna go get that Zelda's Lullaby himself.
I mean, at the very least, we got the boss key early, so if we had the Dungeon Shortcuts flag on, we would just be able to clear Forest Temple, but unfortunately that is not a flag that is on for today.
Who knows though, maybe it's one that the race mods will decide to test.
I heavily encourage testing that.
Yeah, whether or not it works out for good competitive in a future tournament, I'd definitely be down for testing it out to at least see how it plays.
No, I fully
allows
agree
for some real gambles. Do you go for the boss or do you clear out the dungeon?
Alright, that chest is a good example of the small key chest. It is, you know, kind of decorated, more grayish. And it seems like chat also wants to see the shortcut flag.
I like seeing anything that is new and interesting getting tested out. I'm definitely in favor of trying the new things as they come up. That said, though, I don't want them to try pot sanity. I think that's just a little too I think that's just a little too much.
I would be willing to try pot sanity if I didn't have to use this specific version of the rando. It's I know I'm going to be branded as a heretic for saying this. I find the 3D version of Ocarina Time Randomizer to be slightly easier to control.
You're allowed to have preferences. You don't have to like this one best.
Thank you, Falco. I mean, I know Lost. Like, okay. Thank you, Shadow. At least. All right. Another small key for Cariosa, as Cuphat is now going to be rewarded with Strength. And yes, if I do have the power, I would like to see more 3D rando here, but I do not get to control that. But, as this is Zelda Speedruns, if anyone in the 3D rando community does wish to talk to the Zelda Speedruns staff regarding possible showcases and whatnot, I'm sure there's some staff that you can talk to about that.
It's just a little more complicated with the dual screens and limited availability of capture devices.
Also, Cuphat is choosing to follow Cariosa into Forest.
We haven't seen anything worthwhile in here yet, so who knows if it's a smart play or not. Oh, there is a large chest. Okay, what do we have?
Well, it's technically not foolish. It is definitely not foolish!
But you don't need those now. Those don't really help us any in the moment. We don't even have a bow to shoot them.
But it's going to be required, so
yes,
there you go.
It is part of our Ganon slaying toolkit.
And, yeah, Tobias is definitely confirmed something in chat. Cariosa, I don't think has checked the pedestal yet, and while Cuphat I know did check the pedestal, they kind of went by a little quickly on that. So, I don't actually know where everything is this time.
Oh, did Cuphat check it?
It was very quick. Oh, hold on, Cariosa. It's still not checking! What? I do not understand this meta.
Meh.
In any event, it is time to become a child, because apparently all of us have to regress at some point. And still not checking.
Well, I guess that is something that they are prone to doing. It sounds like from chat.
Not worry about that right now. Instead, let's go take care of a puppy.
Cariosa is a very experienced racer, and he definitely is aware that you can learn what's what on the Temple of Time altar. This is definitely a deliberate choice. Whether we agree with it or not is beside the point. It is a deliberate choice.
And
was that
Rudo's letter?
Rudo's letter?
I saw Rudo's.
Okay, I saw a bottle and I thought it was Rudo's, but I wasn't certain. I was on Richard the Dog, Curiosa picking that up in Night Market.
Well, that sounds like a way of the hero, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
But in the meantime, Curiosa is now entering Child Spirit after checking the hint stone. Piece of heart on the archway, so we can eliminate that too. Or, wait, Curiosa is not going...
Oh, it's checking for if it's a big or small chest on the hand.
Ah.
I do not know where to look to peek that, so I did not see myself.
Neither did I.
Curiosa, very light on explosives right now. Has used up all his chews and only has one bomb left.
One bomb is all we need for this next room, as long as... well, we also have sticks, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do have the start with consumables flag still enabled. Which makes it so that you've got a full stack of sticks and nuts when you start.
And as Cuphead picks up the light arrows, Curiosa is going to see what Child Side Right has.
And Cuphead playing Prelude. Is he going child as well?
I'm thinking so.
Looks that way.
Alright, so what's on Child left? I cannot see the chest from here.
Oh, it's a key chest.
Ooh. Now, that brings up an interesting question. Do you go further up as a child? Curiosa's saying yes. Oh. Okay, here's our medallion stuff, and... Okay. That seems like a neater interface than before. Forest, let's see, there's water. Deku is required. Another small key. And uh-oh. Oh, Stone Shadow and Stone Jabu. Uh-oh. Okay, chat, you win again.
Stone Shadow. As far as I know, we still haven't seen an Ocarina of Time hint, so we still don't know what is on there. Although we know it can't be Nocturne at this point.
And Bombchu Bowling, nothing. Also, I'm having Mario Party 2 vibes right now. Well, I was having Mario Party 2 vibes.
See, I didn't recognize it.
I had a cousin who visited my family for a month. Every weekend, they insisted on renting and playing Mario Party 2. It's like, there's more games than that. And admittedly, Mario Party 2 is a good entry into the series, but at the same time... Okay, Nintendo 64, I get it. Limited games available. There's still variety if you know where to look.
Well, Cariosa, I'm going to assume saw a small chest or didn't see a large chest. I think maybe more to the point when peeking up on the hands. So has pieced out of spirit and is headed towards Lon Lon now.
And in the
Cuphat
meantime,
making the Gerudo Valley play. Chicken Adventures!
well, a part of that is because apparently we save and quit in the Gerudo Valley location.
Ah.
Oh, no, Kuko! Sploosh! I didn't do that right. Sploosh! That's better. Oh, it still gets the jump anyway. Nice. Thank you, Tobias. There's the Zora's Fountain hint.
Ooh, and that is a megaton hammer on Talon's chickens. We got chickens on both sides, one of them paying out significantly more than the other. Cuphat finding double defense on the waterfall.
Hold on, I mean, admittedly, it makes sense for Talon to have a hammer, but the Megaton hammer? I'm impressed. And, yep, chat already knows the memes.
Yep. Cuphat found those double D.
Anyway, storms on Melon. And there's confirmation. Rudo's letter on Richard.
Cuphat picking it up. See, Cariosa checking the back of the silo. Oh, nothing back there, just some nuts.
I mean, it could technically be a Deku Nut expansion, but I don't think our runners really care much about that.
Not worth going through that crawl space to gamble on that.
Now, I know a lot of runners will at least go for this first hint in Hyrule Castle. Will we see the second? I think we are.
You've headed to check out the fairy fountain right now. Got explosives and Zelda's lullaby.
Oh. Well, you know, maybe afterwards we should check. I mean,
Maybe.
When else are we gonna come back?
I agree with you that if you're gonna check, now would be the time to do so. Okay, and Cariosa now in Night Kakariko as child. Probably gonna do a little bug hunt. And the fairy just had a Deku shield. That is not especially useful considering that we started with one.
Not used to our runners starting with one and nope. Okay, Cuphead is deciding that that hint stone can just be ignored. I mean, to be fair, it is a little out of the way. You're basically spending, what, 30 to 45 seconds to get that hint?
Seems worth it to me, but we all value the information differently. We all kind of have our own internal assessments for it.
Okay, I guess Cariosa intentionally jumped in that direction. I just wasn't expecting that. Especially since I don't... Yeah, we already did talk to the man on roof.
Did we check Rufio earlier? I don't remember Cariosa doing that.
I haven't marked off, so I believe Cuphead checked.
Well, Cariosa now has 10 Skulltulas, so we'll see what is on 10 here. fire arrows. Okay. Well, we already have Din, so they don't logically unlock anything for us.
You know, chat, I need a reminder. Is fire arrow entry allowed in right now?
It is not. Although one of the things on the dev build is the easier fire arrow entry toggle, which changes how many torches you have to light. It is a solution in search of a problem, but still interesting that somebody put the time into to make that.
Anyway, Child Dompe providing us with a stick expansion. And Cariosa in the Royal Grave.
Just enough magic to cast Dins again. And Cuphat picking up his hammer now. And for the token count, that was Cuphat picking up his 7th gold Skulltula here at Lon Lon. And Vanilla Sun Song. Cariosa picking it up in the graveyard.
We were running low, so it makes sense. At some point, though, let's see. Because we have Stone Shadow, Nocturne is in the wild somewhere and not on Ocarina of Time. And because we start with Prelude as just a given freebie, one of our song locations is going to have nothing. So...
it's going to have something other than a song. It is not guaranteed to be nothing.
Fair point. So... yeah, actually, chat does bring up a good point. Officially, Ocarina of Time, by logic, locks Forest Temple, because we're only missing 3 songs.
Yep, Minuet and Saria's both are what is eligible to be on Ocarina of Time. Or it could be that Ocarina of Time is our non-song location, and there is something else that is being taught by Zelda, by Princess Zelda there. I believe we're playing closed Deku. Oh, open? Okay, I am mistaken.
I had forgotten myself, so don't worry. Also, based off of what you just said, I just realized how mean the seed can be.
Oh yeah, nowadays that we are starting with an additional song, seeds can be very mean. There can be any number of things on that Ocarina check.
Alright, you know what? I will chance cursing the run. Ocarina of Time contains Mirror Shield.
The Ocarina of Time teaches bow.
You technically do not require the bow for Shadow Temple. Hook shot will work. Though I think we would require a long shot in order to make that happen.
Sure. My logic knowledge is failing me at the moment. Hey, we're getting our first peek at the Deku hints now. Shadow Temple. Is that our 3rd Shadow Temple Way of the Hero hint? I feel like I've seen 2 copies elsewhere.
I thought that was our 2nd. Chat, we need backup.
Just a second? Okay, my mistake then. I thought we saw it hinted in 2 other places.
Okay, Ocarina of Time officially has a song. I think it said, "Crossing the desert gets us Nehru's love."
Oh, that's,
Oh, a
That
hammer
that
rock?
was the
I misread.
yeah, it was.
Thank
Oh, and we've got a large chest here in the first Check-a-Deku tree. Hover boots. Okay, those are definitely way of the hero material.
you. Right, Song of Time. Sorry, I have the notes in front of me, but I still get it wrong at times. Also, Frogs 2 is dead. Hi, Greg.
Greg. Oh, and another large chest. What do we have? Strength. Okay.
Well, that opens up a lot more of Spirit.
And somebody just accidentally cleared our hints. Whoops. I guess Ricky's still doing hints too. Oh, Tobias is. Okay. I was asked to do hints, so I thought I was doing them. Whoops.
It's fine. I've been taking down my own hints as best as I can, so if anyone needs a slight refresher, I can attempt to do it. Just know that I'm not going to have the best handwriting. So, you know what, this is probably a good time to, well, let's at least wait and see what's in the Deku Tree basement first. Nothing important. Okay. So, current hints to my knowledge. 40 dead, 50 dead, GTG Center dead, GTG Toilet dead, 1500 Archery dead, Skull Mask dead, Hammer Rocks is Nehru's aka dead, Frogs 2 is dead, Way the Heroes are Shadow, Goron City, Deku Tree, and Market, Foolish are Bottom of the Well, and Zora's Fountain. Have I missed anything?
That sounds pretty comprehensive.
The Deku Tree basement skip. One of the few tricks that I still struggle with. There's that grotto. Knew it was there somewhere.
And the duplicate hint saying Gerudo Valley has Nehru's love.
And then everyone's favorite number to memorize, 23.
23 is number 1!
How is one supposed to figure that out in Master Quest when it's 13's number 2?
I do not know. Saria's! There we go. We finally saw a hint. Saria's is on Ocarina of Time. This may well be logically all dungeons, depending on where Minuet is at.
Well, at least it's not Mirror Shield on Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's not something that is hard required. Both our runners here can certainly bypass Saria's as a means to get to Forest Temple. Although if it's on one of the two, Saria's locked checks, that's a different story.
And yeah, chat does bring up a good point. We did forget about Daruni as a child. So, until we know where that
Darunia.
mirror is...
Yeah, we've got our 2 Sorry is Locked checks that are Dancing Dad and the Lostwood Skull Kid.
Water medallion for Cariosa. And now we can clear out some more of Way of the Hero Goron City on Cuphead's side. Alright, what do we get for being courageous today?
Kokiri Sword.
I mean...
Not much logical relevance, but is a mildly convenient item to have in case you run low on sticks. I don't
personally
think
like having
Cuphead's gotten that stick upgrade yet.
I like having the Kokiri sword myself, so I would just take it anytime. That and, you know, I'm still used slightly to the older rule set where you had to have Kokiri sword in order to enter the Deku Tree, so I was mixing up rules a moment ago.
Oh, Cariosa is at the entrance to Zora's River and wanting to blow up the rocks, but currently has 0 bombs. Ripped up all of the grass in an attempt to find a bomb refill, and none of it had it, so it's reloading the entrance of Zora's River in hopes of finding some bombs.
Call correctly, the... Oh, there we go. The nearest refill would be in, or at least where you can purchase, would be Goron City, because I don't remember the market having bombs.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know the bomb shoe shop has bomb shoes, but I don't recall if bomb refills are for sale elsewhere.
Okay. That being purchased feels deliberate. Because our runners typically don't worry about that.
Yeah, Cariosa, I believe, was the one where we couldn't see whether or not there was something useful on the volcano.
Okay, you can buy bombs in the market shop. Good to know. It was unfortunate that time of day didn't work out, and boomerang right outside of Zora's domain.
And can see that this was patched on Roman's build, since there's additional shuffled colors on things like the hammer and that boomerang, that nice bright red boomerang. We had a green hammer earlier. I don't believe that those additional cosmetic options have been merged with the main dev build yet.
Maybe one day. And yes, while Jabu may be a stone dungeon, right now it's looking logically required to complete your stones. Granted, any excuse to not need to do so is going to be... Oh. Okay, Bigoron, I believe that said Deku stick capacity. Which means we don't need it.
Nope.
And water is
our
wet.
final Way of the Hero. The always unsurprising Kakariko is on the Way of the Hero.
Game, you almost had it. We almost got to go through an entire seed without Kakariko Way of the Hero. And yep, chat is immediately following along, as they should.
Cariosa breaking into Zora's domain, even though he's got Zelda's Lullaby. Whereas we've got Cuphat headed to check out his own Deku Tree. Got a couple of goodies in there waiting for him. Oh, and Karios equipping that boomerang. Looks like he's considering making that Jabu play. Does not know if it's a stone or a medallion at this point.
But at the same time, you're right here. You can just knock out everything here as a child. You may as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did we find in Kakariko? We found Hookshot in Redead Grotto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, chat, honest question, because, you know, I'm all for adding new options to randomizers if they can be fun. How would you program upstab? Not just, you know, graphically, but what buttons would you hit in order to do it?
I have no idea. That is an interesting question, especially considering that Ocarina, in its early stages of development, was being considered as the sequel or remake or sequel of Zelda 2, which I know is the redheaded stepchild of the Zelda franchise. But I love Zelda 2. It's awesome. Zelda 2 has upstab.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where... Well, oh, okay. I have a mixed relationship with Zelda 2. I do feel it's a good game, but I don't feel it's great. It is certainly better than the CDI games. There is no question about that.
I would certainly hope so.
And Zora's Domain is the final foolish. Would have been nice to know before we did all that as a child, but...
Ah, well. Rando gonna rando.
Okay, oh, okay, you know what? Axel, I'm going to attempt to actually answer your question. Bombs almost any Zelda game. Lamp Oil, Twilight Princess. Rope, Zelda 1. The enemies are ropes. There you go. And if anyone doesn't believe me, the snake enemies are called ropes.
Oh yeah, no. That's why I didn't correct you or anything, because you were speaking the truth.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you. I was clarifying things for chat.
The Cariosa is making that Jabu play now, has acquired the princess and is taking her up the elevator to get back to the main part of the dungeon again. Cuphat just picking up his 10th skull. I don't think he's gonna run off to go check that immediately, but does now have that available as an option.
So, Kirby fan, regarding who Kasuto is, if I want to say I actually found some fan fiction that explains who Kasuto is, but I don't know if that goes into appropriate territory. If there is an actual legitimate Kasuto, I don't know of them.
I am not familiar with a Kasuto anywhere in the extended Zelda lore either, new or old. Aside from its original appearance. Oh,
Hold
big
on.
chest in Jabu. What is it?
That's the map chest, I believe.
Double magic, okay. A convenience item that we didn't particularly need. And yes, you're right, that is the map chest.
Bye, Goma.
And-
Bye, Goma.
Yes, Cuphat taking down that Spider Queen. We'll be picking up his water medallion in just a moment.
Alright, compass chest not having anything. Also, what's wrong with having a sage named Ashley anyway? Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat a little bit.
Cuphat making the spirit play now.
Cariosa presuming correctly that the boomerang chest had nothing. Wait, seriously? You cannot handle listening to anyone named Ashley for advice? Ooh, scandalous! I cannot believe I know that.
I'm either too old or too young for that reference.
Saturday morning cartoon block. 90s to 2000s, I believe.
I'm probably a bit too young. Derp. I can numbers. Bit too old.
Age is just a number at this point.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten to the point in my life where I kind of have to compare current year and year I was born to make sure I remember how old I am. It's one of those things that as you get older, you start to intuitively know it less and less.
I suspect I'm approaching a similar point, but for different reasons / purposes. Okay, I like that. I like that quote. I just like that one.
Yeah, chat telling us, my age is like the rent, too damn high. I can certainly agree with that on all counts.
Alright, big Octo down for Cariosa. Time to finish up Jabu Jabu.
Grabbing those nut refills, though. Having plenty of nuts available is very nice for fighting Baronade.
Also, I can't help but notice that Cuphead is doing the same thing. Now, admittedly, Jabu Jabu hasn't really provided that much. Double magic. Both of our runners already have magic. Oh!
And the chicken has fallen in the river.
Yeah, Cuphead, I think, also tried to save it by doing some sort of side hop, but didn't get it right. Nice boomerang toss by Cariosa, able to loop somehow just aim it perfectly. And with that, happy 1 hour, everyone.
Just to recap, we've got Cariosa fighting Baronade right now, and Cuphat is currently carrying a chicken up Zora's River. Unclear at the moment whether or not he's going to make the Jabu play as well.
In any event, this is now a good time to follow our runners, Cuphat and Cariosa, with an extra S on top. Don't forget about the real heroes of this, the Trekkers, with Worn Traveler and Carliana. And, of course, Lost the Pirate, the legend herself.
And the wonderful Wolfman 2000.
And, of course, our various restream helpers in... I believe we have 2 of them tonight, in Ricky of Kokiri and Tobias G. And just like that, Baronade is down. So yeah, other than the extra magic, which is admittedly more of a convenience than anything, Jabu didn't really have anything.
Yeah, Jabu, not necessary, as far as we can tell.
Yeah, this really is looking like logical all dungeons. But I'm still not seeing hard required all dungeons yet.
Oh, it's not going to be hard required. Unless it's one of the 2 checks that are directly locked by Sarias. It's not going to be all dungeons for Forest Temple access, since both of these runners are quite capable of bypassing that.
And here we go, Cariosa finally checking.
Hour and 2 minutes into the seed.
So what this is telling me, honestly, I am thinking Stone Shadow is going to have our Mirror Shield.
That is entirely possible at this point. Did Cuphead not pick up the boomerang in the river? Or did we just not get that marked?
Don't see it marked on Cuphead's side either. Did they... No, they got it.
Okay.
Thank you for that pause. Alright, King Weep, we have a letter for you. Please move aside. Thank you for the movement.
And looks like Cariosa is making the ice play. Headed upriver as adult now. Considering we've got a rapidly diminishing pool of where Nocturne can be, I think that this is a very good play.
I have to agree. It's like, it's not every day the meme Rush Ice comes in, but chat's already calling it, and rightfully so.
Our Nocturne is either at the end of Ice Cavern or on Burning Cack. Those are the only places that it can be placed at this point. So making that ice play is perfectly legit.
We have not found the tuneless song location. And
Oh, it's one of those two as well.
and Okay, Chad, I get it, I get it. You don't have to rub it in. We have
we
seen
seen Composer's Grave? Yes, it was vanilla.
Anyway, welcome to Ice Cavern, where it's always cold and the boulders always... Oh wait, that's Master Quest, sorry. And oh! Cuphead deciding... Wait, thinking.
Oh, not warping to Temple of Time, checking Lake.
I don't remember... Oh, Wait. I don't get the play. Because we're heading to, the Owl. Just to go back to Hyrule Castle. And Cuphead already has a full wallet. Never got the wallet from... Oh.
It's headed back to Kakariko. Turning in that 10 skulls?
And maybe doing chickens?
Maybe? With Way of the Hero CAC, that is a little bit more incentive to do chickens than under other circumstances. Looks like Cuphead's checking out his tracker or something. We can see face cam, so he's
also waiting for nighttime for Dompe.
Ah, yes.
I mean, it's... Why not multitask while you're waiting for time of day?
He hasn't checked the Royal Tomb yet. He's probably about to do that as well.
Exactly. So, it makes sense. Makes a lot more sense than doing chickens right now, I can confirm that. Okay, Chad, for the record, Kakariko is not always Way of the Hero. It's just often enough Way of the Hero.
Disproportionately often. There are, in fact, a lot of checks in Kakariko. Which mathematically makes it more likely to show up.
And it doesn't help that things like this happen. Fire arrows. They are a unique item, and thus it would be considered, well, definitely not foolish.
Yeah, but I don't think it unlocked anything that directly or indirectly locked Dins, so... I don't believe those fire arrows are eligible for Way of the Hero material.
I don't think we're dealing with Paths of the Hero on these settings here, so... You know, now that I'm thinking about it, if it's possible to set up a poll, I would like to see a poll on which type Chad prefers, Way of the Hero or Path of the Hero. I do not have the power to do that, unfortunately.
I do, but it is not convenient to do on in the tech booth interface.
Completely fair.
Okay, and now we got our moment of truth. What are we getting at the end of Ice Cavern?
Something small.
Is it Nocturne or is it an item?
Nocturne!
Nocturne! And Carrier's immediately warping. Our Cuphead is about to pick up his Vanilla Sun song. Curiosa is now casting Dins to get into that Wave the Hero Shadow Temple.
Alright, chat asked what is on Ocarina of Time today? It is Saria Song. And, oh, what do you know? Thank you, mods, for creating the, types of hints. Hold. Anyway, Shadow Temple. Interesting little beast here. Based off of the rule set, I do believe we can actually full clear all of Shadow.
I believe so. I don't think there's anything that we wouldn't be able to get with everything we've got right now.
Wait, did we ever check Sungrit? Cuphead found a bow and it was right by the grave this entire time.
Oh, man. That is probably gonna be a bigger than it would otherwise be play, since Curiosa, I don't know if he'll, like, remember to go back and grab that. He's already skipped it once when picking up the Sun Song in the first place.
Alright, so to get to Bongo Bongo, let's at least clarify what we need logically and illogically. Logically, you could use a bow. Logically, you could use a long shot. We don't have a long shot right now.
Out of logic, you can use choose, but I don't believe Curiosa has any more choose.
And this is not, we do not have the choose and logic setting on, and this isn't 3D rando, so I'm not expecting to see any sort of drops. So I think Karios is gambling on this, and I am not liking this gamble. I mean, the only way I could justify the gamble is if Cariosa goes all the way down to the boat and activates the shortcut. That's it.
I'm not sure.
Oh, hold on. Compass chest here.
There is that mirror shield.
And Cariosa is bailed. However, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Because we're still missing iron boots, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't seen either scale to bypass them.
We did just get Lens of Truth, so Treasure Chest game is open. And remember, both Market and Shadow are ways of the hero. And there is a saying that we often like to say on comms. Always clear your ways of the hero. Even if they're goal hints, always clear them.
Longshot cannot be in the well this seed because we've already had the well hinted as foolish.
Still, that mirror shield, that came at a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was nice and early in Shadow Temple. That was not deep in there.
And welcome everyone who came from Artificial Red Stream. Hopefully it went well. This is the Ocarina of Time Randomizer North American Weekly Race.
Oh, Large chest in spirit? Ah, just a Zora tunic.
Hey, you never know if central pillar's required, so...
Fair point. Carios only has 5 hearts right now, so that is a bit tight on time there.
And speaking of time, Cuphead heading to Fire Temple, which is another dungeon where we could possibly deal with, you know, that sort of thing.
Cuphead up at 8 hearts has been checking those small chests a little more. So we've got both of our runners doing new checks for us on comms here right now. We've got Cariosa on Adult Side Spirit, and we've got Cuphead in the Fire Temple. Neither of which we've seen so far.
Ooh, Spirit Temple with another big chest. And a boss key chest. Okay. So that's a good find. And inside this chest on the hand...
Ice
Well-
arrows.
Well,
That's a
folks
bit of
wanted
a
them.
bust.
Fun fact, there is a flag that can turn those ice arrows into blue fire arrows, thus providing another source of ice-melting ammunition.
I played a seed with that recently just because I wanted to try it. It is very satisfying. It is very gimmicky, but it is also very satisfying to shoot King Zora with the blue fire arrows.
Alright, 2 small keys for Fire Temple boss key check location, so we at least have some goodies there. Or rather, more easy access. And I cannot tell what type of chest that is. And oh, another big one on Spirit. There's a wallet.
Wallet.
So that is the second wallet.
I didn't catch where the first one was.
That would be Death Mountain Trail Great Fairy.
Ah.
And another one.
Another large chest.
With the
There
long
is
shot.
the long shot in Spirit Temple. Okay.
Well, that'll at least make Clearing Water Temple possible once we can
Ooh,
get...
Cuphead picking the iron boots up next door in Fire Temple.
There we go. That is the open room, I believe.
And we got our Water Temple toolkit nearly simultaneously. 2 halves of the kit.
Alright, so I'm just taking a quick look at everything there that's... I think we're in go mode right now, or at least, no mode.
Ooh, Cuphead shamefully talking to a Goron.
At least we got confirmation that it was a small chest, or a small key chest, so... And
No!
there.
What is this Spirit Temple? Okay, just a slingshot upgrade. What is the Spirit Temple? There are a lot of large chests in it today.
so now we have all the pieces, at least up here in the booth and in chat. Now comes down to, well, Cariosa descending first, but otherwise, when will our runners have each other's items?
Well, I do not know when Carios is going to go back to the graveyard. So, picking up that bow out of the graveyard, I do not know when that's going to happen. I suspect that that's going to be a last location. Or approximately last locationed.
Naburu Knuckle taken care of without a problem. And then this neat little feature for those that last saw weeklies about 2 years ago. The witches Koume and Kotake do not immediately spawn in when you enter the room. This is meant to be, I mean, not exactly a time save, but more, you don't immediately get bombarded with a spell.
I prefer it the old way, but that's just me. I'm definitely in the minority on that.
I'm neutral. And chat does bring up a good point. We don't know where the other two bows are located yet.
Oh yeah, Cariosa could get bailed out by another bow being somewhere else convenient. Definitely. I'm not trying to imply otherwise.
And there goes chat being silly again.
They're very good at that.
I know. And considering I could use silly right now, I'm not entirely complaining.
Oh, Cariosa missing one of those reflections. Oh, getting bonked by the ice and shoved off the platform. I don't think I've seen that happen before.
Been a while in my case. The thing is, the edges are actually a good spot to keep an eye on the witches. Corners especially, but at the same time, slightly higher risk of falling off. And yeah, Cuphead right now heading to Deep Fire? Or just about? I don't think we've seen the boss key yet.
I don't believe we've seen the boss key yet, so...
Well, good to know that's not just me then. So we could very well have to go to Pierre or Megaton Hammer chest.
Cuphead has already set Scarecrow, so he is capable of doing that.
And chat does bring up a good point. At this stage, we are bow-locked. So as Cariosa takes out Twinrova, irons were located in Fire Temple. Lava, open door. Mirror Shield was Shadow Temple compass chest.
Mirror Shield was relatively early in Shadow.
And here we go. This is the Pierre play. Well, considering the key counts, a part of me is wondering if... No, there should be at least one... There should be one extra small key in Fire Temple.
Cariosa is remembering that missing grave. He started to run away from it and then turned back towards it. So, he'll be getting his bow in just a moment here.
Well, that will certainly help.
Now, what is Cariosa's next play?
Oh, small key chest on Pierre, and if I remember the door layout, yeah, I'd go for it.
Yeah, it's necessary. Unless shortcut is also a small key. Cuphat not going back downstairs for the shortcut, so I'm assuming it was just a regular mundane small chest.
A crater fairy has not been checked, but considering what we've got, I don't think there's much else left we can find here. I mean, money's always good.
Well, Cariosa is still looking for those iron boots.
Alright, let's get confirmation on that volcano item. It was a Poe bottle.
Okay. This is an obnoxiously late boss key in Fire Temple.
I think it's on Megaton Hammer.
It's certainly shaping up that way.
Oh my goodness. A seed where we're logically expected to climb up both portions of Fire Temple.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this isn't just deep, this is double deep. I am well aware that
Temple at maximum troll.
I am well aware that may not make much sense, but in the meantime, we have a pseudo high five here with both of our runners taking on Flare Dancer on completely different floors. How often do we see this right now?
Alright, just enjoying the music and the flare dancers there.
I want to say that was Adventure Island, maybe Super Adventure Island? Star Tropics, thank you. I have too many random tunes in my head.
No such thing.
And there you go, the double deep boss key chest.
Yeah. Fire Temple at maximum troll today.
The good news is, we don't have to worry about bringing the pillar down. Uh-oh.
Cariosa using one of those emptied out bottles to collect a fairy since he's rocking a whole 5 hearts today.
Yeah, for those that don't understand the health system or the timer system, I want to say it's...
They're based off of your current health.
Yeah, 2 seconds per quarter heart.
Mm-hmm.
Though, admittedly, that was cutting it a little close, entering that door with 1 second.
And Cariosa, now in go mode. Picking up those iron boots, just needs to play the seed out.
For those who wonder how to take out Volvagia quickly, explosions, especially when combined with Deku Nuts, can do a good deal.
Deku Nuts are used to trigger the bomb chews quickly. But you don't have to wait for them to get to the end of their timer.
But unfortunately, one of those explosions was missed, so we have a tricky situation. And Cuphat does not have a fairy for safety. So we have to accelerate this quickly. Or somehow manipulate Volvagia to go up and go down without worrying about that? How does that work?
Hanging off the side of the ledge when Volvagia flies up is what causes her to come right back down.
When Kyrios forced to use a fairy, as that block hangs precariously on the edge there. Now, will Cuphead have enough time? Yeah, plenty of time to get into the blue warp, so I'm not worried. And there was the remaining small key.
Because Fire Temple gonna Fire Temple.
So, for those that have actually kept up, you may have actually noticed that technically we did remove a key door when this was brought to the randomizer. Yeah, it helps open things up a little bit. A similar thing, takes place in Spirit Temple for Master Quest because, let's just say Paradox keys are not fun, and so we give you 3 to start with.
That's only if you're using the vanilla keys setting.
Well, I mean, if you're using Key Sanity, then that doesn't matter.
Well, no, it's specifically the vanilla keys in their vanilla layout, not keys shuffled within Master Quest Spirit. If they're still shuffled, then there aren't bonus keys. Specifically if you're playing with vanilla placed keys.
Gotcha.
Because the layout there, you can soft lock yourself in a rando. If it were just left straight as is.
I mean, I know at times we meme about Spirit Temple key logic, but really it can happen regardless of original or Master Quest.
But Master Quest is even more prone to shenanigans.
I'm still waiting for Jabu's belly to become perma Master Quest. Look, it would at least incentivize the location a little more.
There are more checks in the Master Quest layout.
And another 50 hint. I don't think we've even seen a 30 hint. Back of Lake.
I do not believe we have.
It's going to be in Back of Lake, and our runners typically don't go for Back of Lake hints.
They are slow to get.
And of course, makes sense to double check all your Great Fairy locations. And now Cuphead finally has a bigger wallet.
The play that Cuphead needs to be making, though, is headed to Ice Temple. Or, not Ice Temple. Ice Cavern. I can words good.
It's all fine, Lost. It's all fine. Or it's all well. Or I don't know what the wording is.
Cariosa here trying to set up Pixel Shot, getting it after a few tries, in order to not have to deal with Pierre.
Now, I mean, to be fair, there was originally plans for there to be an ice temple. It just didn't come to fruition, that's all.
Yeah. But Ocarina of Time does still have plenty of dungeons.
And
You've
for those
got 8 main dungeons and, what is that, 4 side dungeons? Which is a lot more than, say, Wind Waker has, with their total of 6.
That is true. And yeah, I was about to suggest, for those that want a temple in the sky, Twilight Princess is a good one. And fun fact, there is also a randomizer for that game, though I'm not as well versed on it.
From what I last heard, it is still being developed. That I know is still, it is not a release candidate yet. I believe that that with that one, the logic is still not very robust. That glitches and things are still frequently required in order to complete seeds on the dev build that they have.
Yeah, for the record, the way that Wind Waker Rando handled some of that is you're just placed effectively in a, near completed state event-wise. Just only some of those events need to be active or something like that. So basically, you can sort of pseudo-skip the first half of the game.
Yeah, everything is wide open in Wind Waker Rando. It's a fun rando. If you haven't checked it out, you should. It's fun. I endorse it.
It's been a while since I've messed with Wind Waker Rando, and yes, I have tried Wind Waker Rando. I've just never streamed it. I cannot beat a seed in 3 hours. Maybe 4 if I ever get skilled enough, but I'm not quite there yet.
Back when I was practicing it, I could sub 4. I very nearly got my sub 3, but I am very rusty. It's been almost a year since I played, so I would not do well if I were to try. We've got Cuphat making the play into Forest Temple. Cariosa is now at that second Flare Dancer.
Fun fact, Blastag, there is a CDI rando, as long as you are willing to use the, remake of the CDI games. At least as far as I'm aware.
That sounds correct to my knowledge.
And I don't recall much about Skyward Sword rando myself, so...
Well, if you're interested in other randomizers, spoiler alert, here on Zelda Speedruns, we're hosting multiple tournaments. There is a Wind Waker randomizer tournament going on, and there's also a Skyward Sword randomizer tournament that just started up. I believe earlier today was the first match of that tournament.
And of course, you can always head to ZeldaSpeedRuns.com/schedule in order to look up when these matches take place.
Yes, there is a lot going on right now.
And with all these events going on, honestly, we could use some additional volunteers. So, mods, I'm going to require you to put in the volunteer link so that if anyone is ever interested in becoming a tracker or commentator for one of the different things, they have an opportunity to do so. Thank you, Lost. I don't have the power to do that.
That's alright. Yes, we are always looking for fresh meat, I mean new volunteers, to help out with these things.
I've done commentary across various networks for, what, 5 years at this point? I'm concerned I don't have much meat left on these bones here.
Yeah, there's also numerous other things going on. Those were just the two that were relevant to the conversation we just had. There are, in fact, other tournaments going on being hosted here at CSR. So check out that schedule and find yourself a new thing to watch. We've got Cuphat in Forest Temple right now, and Cariosa is working on Volvagia. Is gonna take a death to the timer, but I believe picked up a fairy. Oh, or maybe won't take a death to the timer. They were a little closer to done with roasting Volvagia than I thought.
Still, I believe that's 6 seconds on the clock. That's cutting it close.
Mm-hmm.
And do remember, in this game, once that clock hits 0, that's it. Okay, Cariosa had a second and a half to spare.
I believe they picked up a fairy as well.
Yep. So, perhaps it wasn't really as much of a buzzer beater as we were concerned it would be.
It felt like it was. I was wrong, and that's okay.
I had forgotten the fairy myself, but still. And, technical knowledge. Movement has to be resolved before death, so if you move into the blue warp, as the timer ticks 0, you can maybe get away with it. And here we are, the Burning Cack song. Is in fact Minuet. This means the Saria check for a song is not a song today.
No, we know Saria's is on Ocarina of Time.
No,
What?
I mean checking Saria as a child will not provide a song today.
Have our runners not done that? I could have sworn that...
I
They
do not have
had.
it listed.
Huh. Interesting.
So, yeah, we have, no, song zonk today. Oh, I missed Cuphat checking it. Okay, we did get a song zonk. Fine.
Yep, chat reassuring us that it was a recovery heart there.
And thank you, chat, for confirming that, the battle theme is Star Tropics on Cuphat's side.
And Cariosa has returned to the Forest Temple now as well.
This time to finish. Wait. It can't be the dungeon theme. The dungeon theme I thought was Mario Galaxy, which is what I'm hearing right now.
I am not good at name that tune with video game music.
Hey, battle theme, mini boss theme. Okay, we're aligned then. Thank you. Sorry about that. And... Okay, I know this is double force, but be thankful that this isn't, double shadow, because I would have, possibly brought back the old Raid Shadow Temple gig. No, Miss Rhea, you are fine. There is a lot to keep up with in the commentary booth, so... And trust me, we don't get things right all the time either, so as much as we sometimes rag on chat, chat has its moments of clarity.
Chat's there to keep the rest of us honest.
There is a big chest and... What else is there in this game?
I don't think we've seen a Goron tunic. And we've got another slingshot. Also bottles. Picking up a red potion there in the checkerboard room.
Alright, can you solve the puzzle? Admittedly, with double block pushing speed, it's a lot easier to solve than previously.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you, whoever gave us fast block push. I want to say it was Fig, but I don't remember for certain. For all I know, Cuphat might have had something to do with it, because he's one of the devs as well.
Randomizers have so many quality of life options.
Some things aren't even options. That fast block push is not a toggle. It is just always there for us.
Now, if only we could get rid of the lag upon defeating Stalfos in the bow room. I mean, it still must be established. Ocarina of Time is a technical marvel for its time. It does have the occasional rough edges that our runners like to exploit now and then, but it is still a technical marvel for its time.
Jobi was not helpful.
I mean, well, magic is fine.
But not worth the extra, 15 to 20 minutes, whatever it is that it takes to get through it.
Go Poe Sisters, finally defeated. It is time to head to the basement. And, alright, we have an unofficial bounty. Whoever can get rid of the lag in the Force Temple Bow Room, drinks are on Tobias. No, you must be legally of age in order to have said drinks, and you most likely have to be in the geographical location. Shipping and handling, not provided.
So we've got Cuphead playing Turn It Counterclockwise, dummy. And we've got Cariosa finishing up the third of the pose. Cuphead headed into the Phantom Ganon fight.
Well, here's an appropriate tune.
I don't recognize it.
Super Mario 64, Bowser in the Sky. The
Ah.
final battle.
See, me and platformers, we don't get along very well, so I'm not especially acquainted with that whole genre.
And okay, this phase of Phantom Ganon, I admit I don't fully understand. It's like I get that you're supposed to reflect the balls of light, but it always goes in random directions.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to Cuphead for pulling it off that quickly.
Yeah, nice clean Phantom Ganon fight. Very clean. Cariosa following downstairs to the basement now.
Also, I recognize the Keenan and Kel reference.
I did as well. I just wasn't gonna say anything.
All we need now is a Good Burger reference.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Yes, I would like a good burger with some extra fries. Wait a second. I asked for extra fries, but somehow I got extra flies. Are you going to fix this?
You apparently remember more of the details than I do.
This would be where I expect someone to say, no.
It has been many, many years since I've seen any of that.
All good, all good. Also, I thought it was 5 rupees, but... In any event, we are about to see some vital information from Cuphead.
What Cuphead needs to go do, the thing that will put him back on path, is headed to ice. Let's see how long until he actually does that.
Hold on, there's still some extra vital information. It is better to have a whole heart than a piece of heart. It is kinda hard to live on 2 pieces. This has been Wolfman 2000 with vital information.
Cariosa now headed to the Water Temple. Final temple to beat, or final medallion to collect.
Yes, chat. Cuphead does need to go, to the ice cavern as quickly as possible. And at this point, it's getting resolved. In any
There.
event, welcome to Water Temple.
Splish splash.
I would not exactly call the Water Temple a good place to take a bath here.
Fair
and
enough.
I don't remember the rest of the lyrics.
I don't either. Here I am, making references I can't follow through with.
Don't worry, I'm right there with you.
Well, it looked like that was a large chest behind the cracked wall, so... Looks like Cariosa going right for it. Was it a large boss key-shaped chest?
Yes, it was!
So Water Temple being very gentle today.
What is this? Water Temple? Kind?
Yeah, I know, we very rarely see it, but it is a thing that can happen.
Perhaps Double Deep Fire Temple made up for it.
Could be. Hard required deep fire versus nice and easy early boss key for water.
And ew, vanilla long shot. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. That's a nasty feeling. The tricky part, I mean, one of the advantages of chest size matches content, admittedly, is you know that heart pieces and heart containers are in the small chests. So you can choose to ignore them, thus potentially having lower health in order to make the Darkling fight easier. But at the same time, if you like the safety plays, you also get a longer Darkling fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you go for?
Well, considering I just cheese Dark Link using the hammer every time, unless I don't have a hammer, and then I cheese him with a sword, fight him with nuts. But yeah, I'd rather have the more health for me. I don't care how much health he's got. He's going down either way.
Yeah. Well, Morpha is about to become a small drip. Gotta wait for the splash. Or, more accurately, the sploosh.
Kaboom!
Wait a second. I thought I heard someone speak.
Somebody joined us, and I don't know who.
Oh, Tobias! Tobias, you contribute plenty! You know what, we may as well do the happy 2 hours a little early, because we are running short on time for this, restream today, apparently. Because Cariosa is already heading to Ganon's castle. Wow, that's a late Goron tunic. That meant you were logically required to buy a Goron tunic with a wallet.
It was only locked behind forest and water. Is there a way to have done those first?
You're right. I kept on thinking...
no, you couldn't have done that first because you needed whatever it was that was in Fire Temple. So, yeah, it is logically requiring you to buy one this seed.
So I think I was right for the wrong reasons in this case, but it doesn't matter.
It's not a contest. We're just trying to get chat the most accurate info we can.
While also making a fool out of myself as much as possible, apparently, but I'm fine with that.
Oh, I'm quite foolish. And I'm okay with this.
Alright, time for the final climb. Dinofalls are now extinct.
Whereas Cuphead is in Ice Caverns now. He has made the play that will put him on the path to go mode.
Dolphos' last possessions, not worth it. Double Knuckles, unable to take themselves out. This is not Wind Waker.
Yeah, I wish that they would beat each other up. That would make things so much simpler.
And
Or it
Kyrio's
would make things so much more complicated. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
And there we go. Cuphead has Nocturne and is immediately heading there.
Mm-hmm.
However, Cariosa now has a date with Ganon. Don't know if it's a willing date, but let's just say someone's heart's about to be broken.
And we've got Cuphead headed into Shadow. We'll not have to go too far until he finds his mirror shield. And on Curiosa's side, we've got Bottle Strats. Clean, quick Ganondorf fight there. Perfect.
And oh my goodness, we already have a finisher. Mr. Martin takes first place. 2 hours, 3 minutes, 26 seconds.
Indeed.
But it is now time for the final battle. Ganon, spelled with one N in the middle and not two.
Yeah, that did get corrected in later releases of the original Zelda.
Gotta love the early days of translations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got a book all about the translation of the first one. I'm completely gapping on the name of the series though. But there's a series of books at Fangamer that's
Legends of
about
Localization?
Yes, thank you. My brain had failed. Yes, there's one on the first Zelda, and I got it as I think it was a Christmas present a few years back.
Nice.
My family knows I like Zelda, so I usually get something Zelda related for Christmas and birthday.
That works. But now, Cariosa is about to perform the coup de grace. I hope I said that right. All we need now is a slice, a slice, a slice, and a stab.
GG. Curiosa taking second place overall in the weekly.
2:05:49, the official time. As Cuphead finally picks up the Mirror Shield and immediately bails. Now,
Cuphead doesn't know it, but he's on his way to being in go mode here very shortly.
Technically that is not Cuphead's go mode. Still needs the long shot from Adult Knuckle.
Longshot is in spirit, so he's on the path to find it.
Speaking of path, is Curiosa on the path to the interview booth?
Good question, I should ask.
Yeah, this boulder room really makes me nervous at times, but fortunately Cuphead does get through it cleanly. As Sponge finishes in third place, 2:07:26.
That boulder is being very troll.
I'd say it's just being a little boulder. Okay, shall I see myself out, or am I safe to stay?
You're fine. I'm just lacking in anything witty to say.
That's fair. And Melrose is in fourth, 2:08:09. And first place was Mr. Martin, 2:03 and change.
And Curiosa is declining an interview today, which is just fine. There in Europe, it's very late there. Probably wanting to either get something to eat or go to bed soon.
Yes, likely 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning over there. Joys of time zones and, you know, planetary alignments and stuff like that.
Mm.
2:13, thank you. Alright, good move, Cuphead. You do need that boss key, and it is on display. Chest, unfortunately, not leading us anywhere good.
But not too far away from the one really good chest in there. There were a lot of things in Spirit Temple today. Most of them were not helpful.
Case in point.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do not blame Cuphead for this decision to explore. We are...
Oh, of course not.
He still needs that long shot. We know it's here. He doesn't yet.
And also picking up another key. And gonna make the climb up on Child's side.
I mean, on the one hand, I get this, but on the other... Oh, right, because you don't have the long shot, you can't go that way. Which, funny enough, you can once you pick up the long shot from the adult side, which, yeah.
But you don't know you can.
It is sometimes tricky to remember that we have knowledge that Cuphead wishes they had.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in the tech booth we have seen a little more of the big picture.
Good news is we don't need that Skulltule in the back. We still never got the 30 skull hint, so I'm just presuming back a lake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or Valley Grotto, or the third Hyrule Castle hint. Hyrule Castle Grotto.
Oh, the second Hyrule Castle hint, now that I think about it.
Yeah, we did never check the second one.
Alright, Cuphead, just get to the other hand, and you're good. And here we are, another finisher rounding out the top 5, Volk, 41. 2-12-49.
GG. Got Pat methodically making his way through Spirit Temple.
I mean, to be fair, Spirit Temple can be crappy to go through.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of my favorites, but it is always tedious to do. I think it's, on the whole, a very fun dungeon, though. There's just so many different ways to go about it, which I think makes it more fun. And finding another key there, and I remember there was something big here. What was it?
A wallet.
The other wallet. There we go.
It is technically big, you're right.
Mm-hmm. It is a major item, just not a necessary one this season.
And Nathirine. I'm sorry for butchering that. 6th place, 2:14:04, as Cuphead is finally in go mode, and gives everyone in the booth a thumbs up.
Yep, does not have much left to play this out. Gotta go beat Twinrova, and we know Morpha's gonna be a nice quick kill.
Natharian, thank you.
I'm not familiar with that racer myself either, so. I am trying to get back into the volunteering scene. I haven't been particularly involved for the last several months. Just been busy with life and family and all that. But
It's
trying
all
to get
good.
more involved. I want to be more involved again. I'm very glad that it worked out that I was able to be here this evening.
I am honored to get to commentate with you as well.
You flatter me.
I'm just speaking the truth.
I'm a washed up has-been, but that's okay.
And that makes two of us. Speaking of washing off, let's clean off this statue.
What's a grate doing under there?
We'll just call it the equivalent of braces. Anyway, Naburu Knuckle is done.
Swiftly dealt with.
Alright, Twinrova, are you going to be kind today, or not?
I'm gonna go with not, because that's her default mode. There we go. First reflect. Not in a good position, so not stunning her there. There we go. Second hit. You can shoot the hook shot at the sister who is not attacking you to stun her into place. She's in a good position, just like Cuphead did there. And they merge. Now we get to the even easier part of the battle.
I still don't understand exactly how two beings can, merge together like that, or split apart.
Yeah, I don't know either. This is one of those I don't ask questions sort of situations. Oh no!
That may cause a problem.
Yeah, because now she's gonna throw 3 ice in a row. Unfortunate. Now, time for more fire.
And the witches are down. Sudden blast corpse out of nowhere. Oh well, Cuphead, it is time to get moving to Ganon's castle. As Zephyr takes 7th with 220.37.
Not time for Ganon's just yet.
Oh,
Does have
right.
a quick water temple to tackle.
Right. I sometimes like to forget about Water Temple. Even if it is easy
I
this
can
time.
sympathize with that.
Hey. Oh, wait, we don't need a vocal command for this? What am I thinking?
Hmm?
Sorry, I was making another joke. A dumb one.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
And no need to apologize. Sometimes they make a splash, other times it's just a big drip.
And your sense of humor is as lacking as mine. It's sometimes hard to pick up on.
We never saw this earlier. Ended up
We did
having
not.
a small key, which would normally be useful, but today not so much.
Resetting that timer again. Checking out the cracked wall.
And yeah, it's not every day we get to see a 2-hour run. The Hylian goddesses have chosen to bless us this day.
Yeah, this was not a brutal seed. This has been a fairly kind seed. Reasonably useful hints. Nothing especially troll. It's been kind.
I am not used to that. This seed is just throwing off what you expect, and it's just... really don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah, seeds not being complete trash? What? Not to say that this is a good seed. Good seeds are still myths. But it is a fast seed.
That we can agree on. Hey, there is no telling what's going to happen for the EU Weekly tomorrow, unless you watch. For those that need a reminder, the EU Weekly typically takes place at 9 a.m. US Eastern Time. And I forget the time conversion, it should be 2 or 3 p.m. Central European Time, it's one of those. Also, Master Alex takes 8th place, 2:25:13.
Yeah, the EU Weekly at 6 a.m. local if you're in American Pacific.
My condolences to everyone on that coast.
Yeah, I don't participate in nor volunteer for the EU Weekly. Is Trez rolling this tea tomorrow? I have no idea. Probably not, but I can't say for certain.
I can tell you who isn't rolling it. Me.
Okay, I'm not either. I'm not going to be awake. Unless something went horribly wrong, I will not be awake.
Oh, I'll be awake. I just don't have the power to roll. And thank you. 1 p.m. UTC, 2 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Central Europe.
And now Cuphead is off to face Ganon. Well, Ganondorf first, then Ganon.
But first, have a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not going to take 10 minutes for Cuphead to get through. It's going to be a little less than that.
A rainbow bridge has been formed.
Now what is this music?
I have no clue. The only thing I do know... it's over. Ah, there's some Majora's Mask music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Stab. 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 Stab.
Burn. Done. Okay, didn't exactly go entirely to plan, but good enough, right?
Yeah, close enough. Just don't want to get hit by one of these.
I mean, the good news is Cuphead has double defense, so can take an extra hit.
Yes, would have been able to tank one of those hits, but still.
Also,
really...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Alright. Balthier takes 9th place, 229.10.
Still a possibility for Cuphead to land in the top 10 today. Although it is also possible somebody will snipe him in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Hi, Ganondorf. Yes, we already know of the light arrows.
Mm-hmm. We found those without your help.
Well, hello there, Brinstar. Specifically, dried up portion of Brinstar. I mean, admittedly, Ganondorf does live in a desert, so makes some sense. And, Blue, I don't know how to say the rest of that name, takes 10th, 230.24.
Excuse me. There we go. making short work of Ganondorf. Cuphead heading into the final fight of the game. And did get sniped out of the top 10.
This was an unexpectedly fast seed. What else can we say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we expect things to be trolly, 3 to 3.5 hour slogs. That's what you always come into the booth expecting. But some days, seeds just aren't that trash. Although there's plenty of people who also complain about jet seeds. People will find reason to complain about just about anything, because people can't agree on anything.
On the one hand, that's not the best thing to say. On the other, amen. Anyway, Light Sword takes 11th, 231, 28. And I cannot tell what this tune is to close us out.
And nice clean Ganon fight.
Now, is anyone else going to try to snipe Cuphead here? And that answer is no. Cuphead completes the dozen with 233-13.
GG's. And looks like Cuphead will be joining us for an interview today. GG.
Cuphead, I did not hear you.
I see your indicator light lighting up, but not hearing anything.
Cuphead, this is going to sound strange, but I think I'm hearing you through the Restream feed and not the Discord feed, if that gives you an idea.
Apologies for technical difficulties. So now that we're through,
I love
what
audio devices.
Hey, there we go.
I hope that my last message
GG.
assisted you there.
Nah, I figured. They're different mics.
Ah.
So. Discord's always weird about defaulting my stuff and messing it up. But hey, technical difficulties was what I enjoyed for a lot of that. It was fun.
I didn't notice a lot of technical issues with your play, though. So what exactly are you referring to?
Well, my live split decided to helpfully reset to default. So I had to mess with that to get it to work because I didn't start it because that wasn't the hotkey that it was set to. And the audio in my head, the game audio in my headset was like super fucked for a good while just because of how I have it set up. But I eventually managed to fix that while trying to play. Got a bit sloppy at parts, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with how it went.
What'd you think of that seed?
That was an interesting, like, jet seed. Kind of a jet seed, anyway. Stuff led to other stuff. It was, I'm glad that that the mirror shield was early enough in Shadow that I didn't feel any regrets, like, dipping out of that immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not Shadow Temple showing its worst to us. That was Shadow Temple being rather generous.
Yeah, the hardest part, the worst part about the Shadow Temple was having to do Ice Cavern to get there. Otherwise, it was very nice.
Unlike the Fire Temple, which required going double deep in order to finish it.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with Boss Key that deep. Because on the one hand, you don't have to worry about leaving shit behind. On the other hand, damn, you have to clear the whole thing.
The only reassurance is that everybody else had to clear the whole damn thing too.
Yeah. I think it was last week's where there was like a long shot right after the boss key. Like that's always fun because you could be like, if you get it, you can be like, oh wow, I bet a whole lot of people are going to get fucked by that.
That's how Rando goes at times. But no, I mean, honestly, I didn't really see a lot of issues with your play. It was just a surprise jet seed if you were willing to break logic and not worry about a Arya song.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we were trying to figure out if it was logically all dungeons or not.
I don't think so, because you could get. I'm pretty sure you could get a Minuet.
Minuet was on Burning Cack, so
Yeah.
pretty deep into the seed.
And Forest Simple didn't lock that, so I don't think it did anyway. I can't remember what was in early Forest, but for that matter, I don't remember what song was there. Because that was pretty early on.
Serenade.
Oh, yeah. Well, probably wasn't all dungeons. But that Goron City, Way of the Hero, yeah, you get something, but then you're always like, sorry, is one check there. Gotta put a feather in that one.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the Goron City Way of the Hero part of that. That may be weighing in the back of your mind.
Yeah, thankfully that wasn't the case, and I mean, I did all of Dodongo, but like, why not, really? I didn't even check if it was a stone before I did it. I just did it.
Both of you, yeah. Curiosa did not check the pedestal until an hour and 2 minutes in.
I checked the adult pedestal, but I completely ignored it. I just did it to set the flag, and then eventually looked at what they were after I checked the child pedestal.
Well, it still ended up working out, so maybe that's just part of the new meta. Just ignore the pedestal at times, or just set it and forget it. I really don't know what to think of this meta.
I mean, for certain things, you really don't need to know. Like, your early game, you got bombs. I mean, Dodongo's quick. You'll probably run into something in there. I don't think that there was anything strictly necessary in there, though. But, I mean, you never know.
You did have plenty of early explosives, though, with both bomb bag and a stack of chews in Mito's house.
Yeah, it was a nice bomb bag. And those were the only chews that I found, and I used almost all of them on Vivaccia. So in water, I didn't have another chew to blow up the thing. I had to lower the water. So I was lowering the water anyway because I didn't see that was the boss key chest.
Yeah, it looked like you didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, I was very bad at actually seeing through to what that chest was. There was just nothing there. I was like, okay, well, didn't have a bomb chew anyway, so all that did was made me go in the room up the top. Not a big deal.
So do you have any final thoughts regarding the seed?
Not really. I mean, it was a interesting, fun seed. I enjoyed myself. It's nice and jet. Didn't have to do a whole lot extra. Didn't touch GTG, and that's pretty nice and rare.
Oh yeah, we didn't see any GTG today.
Got the Gerudo Valley checks as child.
I don't think anybody even went to the fortress area.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because there's enough stuff to put you in other dungeons without making you go, man, I gotta go GTG.
I'm running out of interesting things to say about this seed. Any final thoughts, Wolfman?
I think we should take care of the traditional closing stuff. Cuphead, thank you for participating in the race tonight. Cuphead, sorry, I thought I said Cuphead for a moment.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, chat, please follow our two runners, Cuphead and Cariosa. Our trackers, the heroes of this stream, Worn Traveler and Carliana. Don't forget about Lost the Pirate over here, who was wonderful on commentary.
Or Wolfman 2000.
And of course, Ricky of Kokiri and Tobias G for assisting with the restream. Don't forget, !schedule. You can head to ZeldaSpeedRuns.com/schedule. Check out all the things taking place tomorrow.
Oh, we have more happening today.
Oh, we do?
Yes, we do.
Well, let's check the schedule and verify. What do we have next?
At 10:30 Eastern, we've got a Zelda 2 randomizer standard tournament match. We've got Swiss round 3 between Mirai and Jay Schmidt. And then coming up at 11 p.m., we've got a Link to the Past NMG League. We've got a Dark World match between Ben and This Is Not Yoho. So that's coming up later tonight. Then, to start your day out right tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. UTC, we've got the EU Weekly race for more Ocarina of Time randomizer action.
And of course, don't forget Skyward Sword Rando, Minish Cap Rando, Majora's Mask Rando tournament, Wind Waker, lots of tournament stuff. It's just, again, check the schedule. You'll find something that is worth it for you.
Thank you very much for calming with me tonight, Wolfman.
As I said earlier, it's been an honor.
And chat, we will send you on your merry way. There are a couple of other matches going on right now, I believe, so I will see what is live, and I will send you towards something that's going on.
Until then, stay safe, Wear a mask if you can, and we'll see you around.
Bye-bye.